Well, hello there. Hope everyone's doing well, and sorry for the little delay here. I want to again send my apologies. It's like it's always something technical. I'm running 3 cameras here, and actually I had to shut everything down and reset. This is when I need a whole crew here. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. I have a lot of things I want to share with you today, and first and foremost, I want to see who we got in here. If anyone could, let's see who we got. Trying to. Okay, I see Susan in here. Okay, great. If anyone can let me know if they can hear me okay, this is great. It looks like I'm on air, and I can. If you only saw what was going on behind the scenes here, you would not even believe it. It's like I have monitors in front of me and the whole thing. But anyway, I really want to wish everyone, hope everyone's healthy and safe and moving forward the best we can. And this kind of still uncertain time, and it's and this is kind of a special show for me because what I wanted to do is kind of reflect. It's hard to believe that these songs that there's original compositions. A lot of these I'll play today are from 2 years ago, and who would ever thought would be so still be dealing with this in some capacity. But I had a lot of fun reliving it again. So it was really kind of exciting for me to pull some of this content to play today. And I got some special stuff for you. What's been happening here is I'm gearing up with, I got some exciting news too, so stick around. What's been happening here, I'm gearing up for multi-cameras. I get 5 cameras. I'm going to be doing trios and duos and things. And my good friend Chris Stewart stopped by here yesterday. And it was pretty exciting because we haven't seen each other in a long time. So we got a chance to play a little bit. We actually took some pictures, and I have some pictures here I want to share with you. This was, okay, good. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Mark. And here's a picture, going over here to this other thing here. Here's a picture of me and Chris. He was just here yesterday, and we got some shots. And here's in my studio, amidst all the cables and the cameras and everything, and here's us playing some music, and that was shot with one of my cameras, and we were just filming some stuff, and I can grab some stills from it. So it was a pretty exciting time to kind of reconnect, and I haven't seen Chris in a while. We're actually going to be playing the Chandler Jazz Festival. That's going to be on April 2nd. On a Saturday, and it's going to be really something. We're just going to get a chance to play. We're going to be out in the street in Chandler, playing I think 2 to 4:30 on April 2nd in a duo setting. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're playing with Chris. If you haven't heard Chris, he's really worth checking out. It's really pretty exciting. Let's see if we get in here. Mark, Susan, Ben, yeah. Oh, great. We're watching with Gene and Ron. Hey, okay, great. Thank you all for letting me know you can hear everything okay. We're going to start off today with, this is a very, very special tune that I wrote for my mom. And I try not to get emotional because, you know, she's going to be 94. And here is my mom. And this is kind of a special shot. I want to share this with you. And here she is. So there's Mom watching my shows, you know, 94 years old, and there was a period there where we thought we were going to lose her. She was going through some health issues, and she's healthy as could be, going to bingo, getting her hair done every day, and so. But I wrote this song for her, and it's called Balliamo. I wrote it the night that she had a 911 delivery. She had and I was of course in Arizona. She's in Boston. So I ended up writing her this song, and it was inspiring for me because I took it off of the O Sole Mio, and it was one of her favorite Italian. She's Sicilian, so I'm half Sicilian. So it's really Irish Sicilian. But anyway, this is my mom, and I wanted to. I wrote this song for her, and it's called Balliamo, and that means let's dance. So let me play this for you. Okay, here we go. Balliamo. And again, that goes out to Mom, and she's doing really well. She's going to be, on April 5th, she's going to be 94, and God love her, you know, so I miss her very much, and I get a chance to, I talk to her as much as I can, you know, especially when you get a kind of a scary thing where you thought you're going to lose them. I'm very fortunate to still have my mom still here. My dad lost my dad a few years ago, and so anyway, that's Balliamo. And again, where I'm getting this Italian theme, I was planning to go to Italy before COVID hit and do some playing, and I've always wanted to go and play over in Europe and do all this stuff, and of course, COVID came and it changed things dramatically for everyone, and so I'm kind of planning a trip as soon as things are a little bit more safe and settle down a little bit, and I will be going out there and spend quite a bit of time. I might spend, you know, a elongated period of time, because the nice thing is with my teaching, with my correspondence, I'm able to reach people from wherever I am. So if I'm in a vacation rental or out in Italy somewhere, I still can do my lessons or bring my cameras and my keyboard, and I still can cater to my students. So it's really a great thing, and I'm looking forward to it. So I have all these Italian based theme songs that I'm kind of composing. So that was Balliamo, and that was kind of a waltz thing. Let's see what we got in here. We got, oh, from Chicago. Thank you so much for coming in. And again, it's hard to believe this is number 40 for me, and of live streams, and this took a lot to figure out and get together. And you're probably seeing, hopefully you're seeing the resolution, really high resolution. I'm using very high-end cameras here, and I have 3 cameras set up on this setup. And eventually, like I say, I'm going to be having jazz trios here and duos, and it's going to be, I'm getting all the lighting set and ready now, so you'll be seeing that coming soon. So that's so the next tune I'm going to play for you is another Italian kind of thing. It's called Sono Tua, and this is means I'm yours, and this is or as they say in Boston, I'm yours, yours. It's like I still get that accent, so when I say I'm yours, I'm like yours, yeah. So anyway, Sono Tua is, and I played it kind of swing, but this was written as a kind of a bossa nova thing. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. Sono Tua. That's my Italian little bossa nova thing that I wrote quite a while ago. And I've had an opportunity to work these up, and I'm really excited to play these with the jazz trio. And with, I've had a chance to play them in some duo settings, but there's going to be a lot of opportunities in the future for me to be playing all this music, so I'm really excited about it. Anyway, at this time, what I'd like to share with you a little bit what's been going on here is I have my new website. It's been a work in progress, and I'm going to give you guys a peek behind the scenes. There's so much behind. I have a very sophisticated teaching program, so my teaching involves so much with my delivery of my videos and the PDFs, and a lot of it runs through behind the scenes through my websites and all. So it's a very complicated arena. So and I love my web developer, James. He's just an absolute sweetheart, great guy, and we're finally getting this thing together. So I'm going to give you a sneak preview right now. It's almost ready to go live, and I mean, like, it could be any time, you know. So we're just waiting, fine-tuning things to make sure everything's in place, so it's not going to affect other aspects of my work. So I'm going to take you right now into my website and show you what it really is all about. It's pretty cool. So this has been something that's been, in some respects, it's almost like a miracle for me to have this thing, to have this actually come to life, because it's surely been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it was well due. It was time to do it. Okay, here we go. All right, let me just get this pulled up. Here we go to view. Just bear with me here. Get this loaded up. Okay, and to full screen. Here we go. All right, here we go. And I'm taking you there. Here we go. So again, I'll be covering up a little bit because I want to talk to you a little bit through. But anyway, this is my new website. This is me with a suit on in front of a beautiful piano, Steinway here, and this is from at thepianoinstruction.com. This has been a long time waiting to come here, and I'm pretty excited to be launching it. Here's my introduction here. I do a video here, and welcoming everyone to it. People want to study with me, they can reach me through here. My full bio's here. Here's some of my latest content. I'm always going to be uploading this all the time, so you can check in here and see what's happening. This will take you directly to all my YouTube links. Here's my books on Sterling Book Publisher. This book here, this red one, sold 350,000 copies to date. So it's really pretty exciting time. It's still going. It's been 12 years now. Book 2 came out, I think it's in 2019. That's doing pretty well. It's not as strong a sales as the first one. It's the nature of the profile of the student. You know, most of the biggest part of the student base is the beginners, and then as you get higher, then they kind of filter off a little bit. Here's what's coming soon. This is my Music is Your Business. This is a book that I've been writing for over 12 years, and it has, right now I'm working with an editor full time. I mean, I put in 10-hour days all week. I had off last week, and I was just editing and accepting edits, and it's a lot of fun because I'm reflecting through my whole life of teaching piano, everything from, you know, how to handle almost every teaching condition that you might encounter, and I talk about it. So it's a lot of fun. And there's one thing that came up here that I want to show you in the book. I'll show you right here. This is a picture that came up of this. There's me when I was, maybe I was 20. And with Dave Zox, great bass player from Boston, and Cindy Gooddale. This is Cindy Gooddale. She was a great singer I was working with. This was at Joe Tecchi's in the North End of Boston. And so that was kind of it was a very exciting thing for me, because what I ended up doing and writing in the book is saying Joe Tecchi's was almost like my catalyst to take off. So from there, I got busy. Then we ended up working the Marriott Hotel and the Meridian and, you know, the Ritz-Carlton and Hugo's Lighthouse and Kimball's and Ken's Steakhouse, and I mean all Boston places, Affinity's Country Squire, it just went on, and it just was almost like a catapult. Because I talk about how it's good to get that one gig that would kind of just, the success for being there for a couple of years. And Joe Tecce's was a very well-known place, and I got the chance to meet all the Celtics and the Bruins, and because it was across the street from Boston Garden. So it was cool. It was a cool gig. But that was, I'm going through all these pictures from pianos being craned over my house, and all kinds of things that I'm going to put in the book. So I'm going to be sharing some very, just from photos, pictures of these old 45-year-old photographs. So that's that. And then I'm going to be also offering, coming up, Jazz at Surrey. This is at Surrey Drive here where I live. And I'm going to be holding jazz retreats for pianists. And I'm going to be selecting 2. And it's going to be a very elite program. They're going to come in, check on a Wednesday night. I'll have accommodations with pianos in the casita. And we'll be doing 2 hours of private lesson apiece. And then we'll be doing our workout with rhythm sections and guest speakers and everything. It's going to be a big to-do. So 3 full days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and leave on Sunday, but of just immersed in music. So I cannot wait to put this into place. And I have my good friend Fred Haas, who's done the Interplay Jazz Camp in Vermont, has been very successful at this. And he's kind of, I've been running the model by him, and he kind of gave it the thumbs up. You know, it's really going to be a cool thing. So what lies behind this door will change your life. Let's hope so. I really think it's going to be a cool thing. Here's my upcoming live stream. Here it is right here. And then down the bottom here, you can subscribe to my newsletter. So this is kind of the overview. People want to study with me, they can get in here and they can see all the videos and how my program works. They can contact me for availability and what openings I might have. And then I have the about my biography. I have testimonials and photographs and articles, and I have all my books and ways to get a hold of me. So this has been a big thing coming. To know it's pretty much done, but now we have to just make sure it's all operating okay, and then we'll put it out there and we'll be live. And this will be a big place for you to. I'm going to be doing a monthly newsletter. So please keep that in mind, because that's going to be come through pianoinstruction.com when it's done, and get the newsletter, and it's going to be a way for me to be letting you know all what's the musical happenings in my life. And so it's going to be a great way, because I have a lot of people in that particular area of in my business, you know, from the book, thousands of people. So it's going to be it'll be a good opportunity for me to share all that stuff with them. Let's see, we got Phil Curry. Oh man, good seeing Phil. Great pianist and B3 player and keyboard player and everything. Talented producer. Nora, okay, good seeing you guys, and thank you again for coming through. Okay, we're going to be doing, and Phil knows, we know I'm using the Earthworks microphone here, and I have to put a big plug out for them, because Phil knows what it takes to be running a production like this. So Phil, you just popped in, but it's good, because I was like 12 minutes late because I had technical stuff I had to shut down and put it on again. But anyway, I'm running the Earthworks microphone here. I've been an artist for the company for several years, and it's what's making this piano sound so good. It's really a very I use it on all my recordings. Almost everything you'll find on YouTube, I'm using this. I go to a gig, and most people walk in with their instruments. I walk in with my microphone and my cameras and stuff, and I put the mic in and cameras, and I shoot all the videos. So that's kind of like my thing. So I'm going to continue now with another tune that I wrote 2 years ago, well, almost 2 years ago. It was in May, and I called this May Promise. And this was at the time in May 2020, again, when COVID was just insane. It was just taking over everyone's life, and I was doing live streams almost weekly, I think weekly back then. And I decided to kind of keep this going, because I really, I've had so much enjoyment doing these and connecting. I reconnected with people that I haven't seen 40, 45 years. I got a student that I had when he was 7, 8 years old. Now he's got all these kids, and it's like, so he just came back, he's studying now, he's a great pianist, and he's, so he was like really hardcore back then as a young kid, and I had him. He was one of my first students. I was 16 years old when I met this young boy. Now his name is Mike Dusnap, and if you're out there, Mike, listen to this. I wanted to put a plug in for you to welcome back. But he's really, it's really kind of wild. It made me feel old, because it's like I remember him when he was this big. Now he's like, he's got kids, and it's just been, years fly like they're just flying by here. Good seeing you. Who do we get in here? Tim. Good seeing you, Tim. Thanks for coming in. Well, anyway, I'm going to give you a little bit of May Promise, and I'll give you some more of the Earthworks microphone. Okay, here we go. May promise, and again, that was written during COVID. And again, I hope everything's coming through okay. And again, let's see. Good seeing you, seeing everyone that has taken the time to come on out and be part of this. I so appreciate it. You know, it's one of those kind of things. I'm being very selective on the gigs I'm taking right now because I'm so busy teaching, and which also brings up I'm pretty much running a pretty full load right now. But for those that are very interested, and hit me up, and I'll be more than happy to give you a personal Zoom consultation, see if it's a fit for you. I might be able to free up 1 or 2 more slots, but I'm running a full load and with great students. And the great thing about it, they don't leave. So I know some of my students are in here, so it's kind of like, I love it because they're doing so well. And and for those that don't know what I do, I teach by video correspondence. And it's all done, I'm one of the only ones in the world doing it this way. It's all done through video library. I have a massive, over 2,500 videos, and they're growing all the time. And I have all the interaction. So the students are actually playing for me, and I'm critiquing and talking to them on a critique. So they're very personal lessons, and I'm getting incredible results. And I've been doing it. I was the first in the world to do it in 1989. If you go eventually when my website is back up, and you're going to be able to see this and really see the how long I've been doing this. I have pictures there, and the long hair and the stash and the whole thing. And this is back in 1989 I developed this. So I've been behind the cameras for a long time. But this is the first time I've done this whole thing with bringing in all high def now. So this is like, I'm looking at all 4K cameras, and I'm gearing up for a lot more bigger things to happen right in this room here. So it's going to be great. And speak of the devil, Ron Rego, and he's one of my good ones. He's coming in. He's really great. He's a great student. So Michael Spreeman, and Michael is a very close friend, and he's I could put a plug in for the Ravenscroft. I've been an absolute fan of the Ravenscroft 275, but I've also been, you know, Michael was the designer and the builder of this, the Ravenscroft concert piano and the 220 and the 275. So it's a 7 foot 2 or 4, 7'3", I think it's one. And then they have the 9 foot, and the pianos are magnificent. And I've only had a chance to really play them at NAMM, but you know, lately he's right here in Arizona, so we've kind of hung out, and I've got a chance to go in and play these things, and it's really worth checking out. So if you haven't heard it, go check it out. And for those keyboard players out there, I was opposed to it. I was really against it at first because I was like, man, you know, I don't want to worry about software and everything. Once you experience what it's like to play the Ravenscroft software on your piano, it is my rhythm section. I remember the bass player and the drummer looking at me and saying, "My God, this sounds like a real piano." You can actually hear the dampers on the, you know, on the soft pedal. It's like it can hear the dampers coming off the strings, and it's remarkable. It really is the closest thing to playing a real grand piano that you can possibly get. So anyway, he's Michael's the guy, and responsible, and I'm just very happy to be part of the development team there and helping these guys out, and just having, you know, be able to say they're my friends. They're really nice people. So it's nice to do work with these good guys. So I'm going to give you another tune. This is kind of cool, and I brought up some pictures that will tell you the story behind this. This is this next one's called Frogantine Blues. And this is a really cool blues that I wrote, and this started. This is pretty wild. Wait till you see this thing. This is crazy, man. Here we go. This is where I need like a sound man or something. So here's me during COVID, and I had nothing else to do but throw a suit on and take a picture with my frog, and I found this frog, and I've been wanting to fix it, and I found it, and so here's the process. So here he is getting a leg put on over here at the Welders in Cave Creek, and here I am with my frog that can finally stand up, and here it is in my courtyard here. But I was writing this piece of music right at the same time where I had this kind of stuff going on. So I'm playing this cool blues, and I just spent the day building a frog. So I said, what a cool kind of memorabilia for me to sit down and take this thing called Frogantine Blues. So I hope you enjoy it. This is kind of kind of a cool tune to play. Oh, we're in Arizona. I'm in Cave Creek, Arizona, and this welder I had was right here in Cave Creek too. So let's see. My pleasure, Michael. And again, if I miss anyone here, please know that I love you all and thank you all for being part of Len Whitmore, the jazz guru. He used to follow me in New Hampshire, and he knows every song, every artist. It's really kind of wild. So I just love when he's in his ears or even amongst us, because I know he knows everything I'm playing. He knows he's heard it a million times from different people. Kind of a connoisseur of jazz. Those are kind of special people in my book. So so I'm going to play Frogantine Blues for you. Here we go. Frogantine Blues. It was just, that's just a fun tune to play, man. And it's, again, I can't wait to be doing this with my trios the cool thing was yesterday when Chris was here, my friend Chris Stewart, we had a chance to really feel the room, and I'm doing some work in the room here, and we're making it really conducive for this jazz duos and trios. It's going to be really hip. And then I get the lighting, I'm getting the pin spots. I mean, I'm running. If anyone can really see what was happening here, I get these pin spots. So when I teach, I have different lighting and everything. So now it's night, so I got to get in the night vibe. So I have these pin spots and on the keyboard, and I have to adjust the cameras down, and I'm learning so much. I didn't even know how to put the lens on the thing when I got all these cameras. So I learned a lot real fast. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun putting this together. See who we got in here. We got, okay. Yeah, Marcus, you don't need the trio. You know, it's really kind of funny. It's like, and this is a really, I'm glad he said that. This is really cool. This is a really cool statement, because one of my greatest friends and someone that I really admire so much was Dave McKenna. And a lot of people say you kind of have that Dave kind of vibe. I try to. I mean, he was, me and my cousin Joe Delaney, who's another great pianist on the Cape Cod. He's a fantastic player, but me and Joe used to go hear Dave play, and Dave would be playing at the Copley Plaza or Columns up in different places, but he'd play with he was a Red Sox fan, so he'd have his earpiece in with his radio. Back then they had radios. He'd be playing this stride and bass line stuff, and he'd be listening to he'd know the score and what inning it was and everything. So, but anyway, he played with Tony Bennett. He's played with all the best of them, and iconic of a player. If you ever get a chance, listen to Dave McKenna. He is one of the yeah. And then and Tim said the trio needs needs you. Yeah, the thing is, what ends up happening is being a great, and I tell this to all my students, and Tim's a great player too. Tim is one of my former students, and this guy can play. Very musical cat. So what happens is, the better you can play solo piano, the better you can drive a trio. You heard my trio in the beginning here. That was with Sinclair Lott on drums and Roger Shew, rest in peace. We lost Roger. But I had the honor to work with this fabulous trio, and you'll see it all over my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel too. This is a time for me to plug myself, and because I put a lot of time into these videos that I'm posting. I'm just shooting them in 4K and everything, and trying to get good audio and video and share it with people. And it's my kind of new gig, and I'm finding I'm getting a lot more reach. I'm meeting people worldwide. I got some friends in Italy now, and Austria, and Balliamo, Italy, and then Sweden, and different places. So it's really all because of this. So I'm really reluctant to go out and do much real playing when I can challenge myself right here and reach having my giant piano bar right here with all you guys hanging out here. So it's kind of cool. But but what I was saying is, when you can play a strong piano, then you can really drive a trio. And this is what a lot of players don't have together. They play great trio, but you got to put them in a solo arena, man, and they can't hold on like this, because it takes a lot of finesse and skill to be able to hold the time down and everything and still do all this crazy stuff, you know. So and I get a lot of great professional level players that are studying with me. I'm very fortunate to have that clientele as well. But again, the beginners are very special to me too. And that's what the other thing too. I write about all this in my book, Music is Your Business, and I have a whole section for musicians, and my whole take on teaching musicians at the high level or teaching very beginners. Some of the beginning bass students are some of my favorite students, because they're learning my way, and I don't have to undo things that they've learned for 30 or 40 years. And one of the things in the book, this is a great tip for any players out here that are listening to this, is I had a guy that come in, 40 years playing. Everything he played in F and G, and he sounded great. And he played these voicings and everything, he had all worked out. So what I did, and he couldn't break away, so what I did is I wrote out his tune in B. And he's like a deer in headlights. This guy looked so scared when I gave him this. And what he had to do, it took him out of his comfort zone, and it was magic, man. It was like he was playing all these voicings, and it was like he knew exactly. His hands weren't going automatic to all the stuff he's been doing for decades. And now it's through studies and everything, he ended up becoming a very fine pianist. And it was, but I had to take him out of that kind of subconscious kind of playing of nonsense of everything's doubled, and so now he's put it in B. Every finger had a purpose. So it was like, so there was a method behind the madness, but he sounded so good in the key of B and F sharp and E and all these kind of weird keys that he was playing in F and G and C all the time. But anyway, that was kind of, I don't know where I was going with that, but there's a lot to the music teaching aspect of it, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I can't wait to let you know when this book is coming out. I'm working really hard on this. This is going to be a labor of love, and this is, it's been cool. This next tune I got coming at you is very, very special tune to me. It's called ZARA, and this is, again, this goes out to, here she is, where she is. This goes out to my mom. Here she is. There's Mom there again, and she's watching her son. You know, she loves the music, and she doesn't play, but she just loves it. So it's kind of cool for me to. But she was just here not that long ago, and she's gonna be 94. So so I played this song. She just was obsessed with it. She said, "Danny," she calls me Danny. "Danny, this song ZARA is so good, so good." This all started too with Seema, and she had said to me, she said, "I bet you can't write because she always hears me play all this bebop stuff and jazz stuff. So she said, I bet you you can't play a ballad or write a ballad." I'm like, "Oh yeah, really?" This was like one of my greatest things I like to do. So anyway, I wrote this and I called it ZARA because the story behind this is she always wanted to be Zorro when she was a little girl, and I just thought it was priceless. I said, "You would be the ZARA if it was really a woman Zorro, that would be her, man. She's like a pistol. She's like." So you put a mask on her and put her on a horse and like let her go wild, but you never know where she'll be. But it's like she's anyway. This is a very special song, and there's been some discussion about don't hold me to it, but there's been discussion on doing a music video of this piece of music, and this is it's very, very special, and I hope you enjoy it. I did it with Luther Hughes and Sinclair Lott out in I played it as a trio version. You'll see it on my YouTube channel. It's called ZARA, Z-A-R-A, and with a trio. You might see even, and then I'm going to play it solo piano for you tonight. So hope you enjoy. It's a beautiful piece of music, and it really sets nice to me. And when I was writing it, it was coming across like a kind of like a film score kind of thing. So here we go, ZARA. ZARA. And again, it's every time I play it, it's like, my God, it just can take you into some cool places. And what's really nice about playing solo piano too is, and again, I think when I get with a jazz trio, it's kind of a different vibe because I can take a lot of the stuff I do, and now I have a bass player and a drummer, and I hit it in a different kind of vibe. And but when I'm holding on to it with all that root motion and all that bass stuff going different places, and in playing with the dynamics of the piano, and I work with that with my students all the time, where you're playing very pensive, and then you play very full, and you use the whole piano, and try low and play high, and so this is what it's all about, and it's a different journey every time you touch it. So I haven't had a chance to play this in a long time, so this was kind of a very, it was kind of cool. So anyway, oh, Malcolm's in. Good seeing you, Malcolm. And I really, thank you, Michael. And again, I want to thank you, Kathleen. Yeah, these live streams are reaching a lot of people that you would not normally see. And this is what's cool about this. And so you can plan on this. This is something for me. It's hard to believe this is number 40 again, and it's like over 40 hours of solo piano playing. It's like, take that on, students. You know, you got to sit down and you worry about doing a gig, and try to do 40 hours of not repeating tunes. It's like it's kind of daunting, and but it's part of being being a professional player, and this is a great thing, and I have a lot of students are in here, and if I can be of an inspiration for them to see that it's always a great thing when you're studying with someone that walks the walk, and that's what I do. I mean, I do it. I mean, I sit at the piano hours a day. I play the piano every night in the dark before I go to bed. It's like, it's my other woman. It's kind of a wild thing, man. It's like it's almost it relaxes me. It puts me in a place, and God, it's like it's a great thing. So I share this all in my book, and I talk about this, and some of my advanced students I have playing in the dark. So it's kind of a cool thing to get dialed into the piano. People always say when you're playing these piano bars, you're talking to people and you're playing. How can you do that? Well, you do it enough, it becomes part of you. So anyway, this has been. I want to apologize for a little bit of a delay, that I'm getting into the show here tonight. But again, there's so much going on behind here, and I don't have a crew, so I'm remembering to shut off my lapel mic, or I'll sound like Elgana. And it's like I'm just trying to remember everything and set up all the, adjusting all the cameras and getting it right for you to deliver a nice show for you. So this last tune, it was a song that I ended with on my live streams, and I had a really nice thing with it. It was one of my originals. It was written in April of 2020 during COVID, and I called it Forever April, and it's a very conducive, very appropriate, I should say, title, because April just went on and on and on, because here we are in March, and we figured, okay, COVID's here, and how long is this going to go on? And we're going to be done with this in a month or two, but here we are. It's really kind of a very, very special piece of music. It's called Forever April, and I had it on the end of my live stream, and that's how I would leave, and I would let that play with a candle, and I had that going on. But I'm going to play it for you live today, and it'll be a way to kind of end the show. So stick with me here, and this is Forever April. Again, my new website is coming out, pianoinstruction.com. Right now, it's in a development stage, but it should be released shortly, over hopefully the next few days. But this is a really big to-do, because it's actually going to funnel me into more exposure, and with my books coming out, and I'm going to be holding workshops, and I'm going to be doing my piano retreats here at my house. I'm going to do more live streams, going to be posting regularly. Make sure you're checking out my YouTube channel. I'm regularly posting all the time. I'm trying to post at least once or twice a week, and I put a lot of time into these videos. So I really appreciate it if you come through, give me a like, and leave a comment. And it's kind of it's a way for me to kind of keep stimulated. What I do at night now with all these cameras, I come into my studio, and I just play. I did a thing on polka dots and moonbeams. I'm in a sweatshirt and my sweatpants, I think, and I put the cameras on and I just played polka dots and moonbeams, and I just let the cameras run, and I said, well, it was actually, you came out pretty good. So I edited it and I posted it. So that's how I come in here and I just play the piano and I throw the cameras on and I listen to the audio. I find something that I feel that I'm very anal about my playing. I'm very like a perfectionist, so it takes a lot for me. It's my practice time. It's a way for me to really work on my own playing. So I'm constantly doing that. So and I'm doing it for you to be able to share with you on my YouTube channel. So anyway, let's get to Forever April. This is really, really a cool tune. I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Well, there you have it. I could have went on for another hour. It's forever April, and it just kind of sucks you in. It takes you to so many different places, and I really have some fun sharing my music with you all. And again, there's so many great standards out there, and sometimes I find just by playing some original compositions, I became very fond of the great Ed Saindon, my good friend. Great vibist and pianist at Berklee College of Music. He's been there 45 years, I think. And we kind of compare notes, and I'm doing a lot of his original music, and he does mine. And he did a thing on ZARA, and it was really cool when I first came out with this. This was wild, man, to see another great player play my tune. I had another person in Fano, Italy, asked me if they could record ZARA on a recording they're doing, so I was kind of just honored to kind of hear my music being kind of played out there, you know. So anyway, it made my night. Sunday night, I get ready. My students that are in here know I'm going to be back at it behind here, talking about upper structure triads and fourth voicings and 9/1 and texture release and all the stuff that you saw here tonight. So, but this is a cool way for me to kind of wind down, and it, you know, in all due respect, it fills my need to play, and in a very great way to share it with you all, instead of having to drive to a gig and be background music in a dining room at a resort. I mean, not that that's a great thing too, but this is it's very special because I'm going to be able to take the video that I played here and share it with the world, you know, after the show. So anyway, until next time, I'll be letting you know when my next live stream will be. I'm going to try to do one a month. Let's see what we got in here. I just want to make sure I say, and thank you, Nora. And then Tim, thank you, man. And Ron, Malcolm, Mark, all these, you know, again, thank you guys for coming in. And a lot of them, it's going to go public as soon as I leave this stream. So if you happen to miss any of it, I'll have it all indexed so you can easily get to the tunes and the stuff really quickly. And the same thing with the old shows. Some of the old shows are really, really great. I was going back and I was watching them. I was like, man. I mean, there was times during COVID that I got really emotional talking about my mom, and it was like, I mean, I was like lost it, and it's like it brought out a really sincere time for everyone, you know, just to come in touch with themselves, you know. So this is kind of a outcome of what COVID did for me. It kind of got me writing books and doing all this stuff, and I'm in the house and I'm creating this kind of cool vibe here with my studio and my shooting and all this stuff. And so it really, you try to take a negative and you turn it into a positive. And again, I talk about that in the book too. So anyway, until next time, I want to wish everyone to be healthy and safe out there. And let's do the very best as we can moving through all this, this still kind of somewhat uncertain time, but it looks like the end will be near. And I'll catch you the next time around. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and stop in and check out some of the work. I put stuff up every week, so be sure to check it out, okay? God bless. Take care. Bye.